It's a big story. The International Court of Justice will be hearing India's plea against the death sentence to Indian national Kulbhushan Jadhav today. India, in fact, had moved the United Nations Court citing violations by Pakistan in sentencing an innocent Indian national to death after a sham trial that was conducted by a military court. India has highlighted just how Pakistan, in contravention of the Vienna Convention, refused to allow consular access. Pakistan, meanwhile, has told the top court earlier that it rejects the International Court of Justice's intervention in the matter, citing national security. But India today is going to be bringing you all the updates from The Hague, where, in fact, this crucial hearing is taking place, and from where Executive Editor Gaurav Sawant joins us to tell us the very latest. So, Gaurav, India and Pakistan prepared to face off. In fact, India has been preparing itself for this very complex legal case. I want to just begin by asking you, just how has India approached the ICJ? Has it approached the International Court of Justice on the merits of this particular execution order of this case? And if yes, then is it amenable to the jurisdiction of the International Court of Justice?
"90 minutes is what Harish Salve will have to put forward India's point of view. Here, India is on the limited issue of Vienna Convention on consular access not being followed by Pakistan. There are two aspects that India will raise at the International Court of Justice at The Hague right behind me. When the quorum of judges and the president, they sit for the hearing, Harish Salve will be talking about Vienna Convention on consular access not being followed by Pakistan in the case of Kulbhushan Jadhav. 16 attempts made by India to seek consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav, 16 attempts denied by Pakistan. For almost a month, Kulbhushan Jadhav was in illegal custody of the Pakistan government. That's the time his human rights were violated. So on two aspects, India has approached the International Court of Justice, the Vienna Convention, and on human rights not being followed, not on the merits of the case, not on the issue of Kashmir or terrorism or everything else.
Okay, let's go straight across now to Lavina Tandon till we fix that audio there with Gaurav. And Gaurav, that's Lavina, that's the demand that India has been making, that consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav is the right of India. This is a standalone obligation for not just the right of the state, but also the right of the accused, who is now Kulbhushan Jadhav.
Indeed, it is of course the access under the UN Convention and the law, the consular access at least should be allowed. But you see, there is another side of the story, Avantika, and which is that, and which has been the fear, and why this has not been taken to the UN up till now, is that slowly Pakistan has could say that there are many other international UN issues, especially the border, and that India is also sending across and creating havoc, or rather unrest in their part of the world. And this is what slowly they would creep in and bring in as their side of the story, and therefore the danger of getting the whole Kashmir issue in the UN remit, which has been the bone of contention between these two countries. So this case could blow out either ways for the country. But indeed, this is a right of the person himself, Kulbhushan Jadhav, and also country to have the consular access. And this is the point that Mr. Salve, I think, would be pressing for in the court in Hague. But of course, this issue could blow out for the two countries and be a larger issue for the region, and the main issue that has been between the two countries, Kashmir.
Absolutely. Lavina, continue to stay on with me. In fact, we'll keep going back to Lavina, who joins us from London, and Gaurav Sawant, who in fact is joining us from The Hague. He's very closely monitoring all the details and updates coming in from that crucial hearing. Meanwhile, Attorney General of India, Mukul Rohatgi, has also expressed confidence that India will win the court at the UN court. And here he is speaking exclusively to India today.
मैं समझता हूं कि अच्छा केस है भारत का। पाकिस्तान ने सारी इंटरनेशनल कॉवेनेंट्स, जो इंटरनेशनल कन्वेंशन है, उनको वायलेट किया है। वियना कन्वेंशन जो है कॉन्सुलर रिलेशंस पे, उसको वायलेट किया है। और दूसरा ये साफ है कि इस केस में उनके पास कोई एविडेंस नहीं है। जिस तरह की ट्रायल हुई है मिलिट्री अदालत में, जो पब्लिक के लिए बंद है, वो अपने आप ही जाहिर करती है कि वो एक सिर्फ शैम और एक धोखाधड़ी टाइप का मुकदमा है। मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है और भारत की पूरी तैयारी है, मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि इसमें भारत को सफलता मिलनी चाहिए।
मुकुल जी, लेकिन पाकिस्तान कह रहा है जो इंटरनेशनल कोर्ट का फैसला है वो बाध्य नहीं है मिलिट्री कोर्ट पे इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए, इसलिए वो मानते नहीं है इस फैसले।
ये बात गलत है। पाकिस्तान और हिंदुस्तान ने दोनों ने वियना कन्वेंशन जिसकी हम बात कर रहे हैं वो साइन करी है। उस कन्वेंशन के तहत उनको कॉन्सुलर एक्सेस देनी थी। उनका ये कहना कि ये मानना है या मानना नहीं है, ये बात गलत है और मेरे हिसाब से हमें पूरी सक्सेस मिलनी चाहिए।
मिलिट्री कोर्ट पे लागू होगा ये फैसला?
पूरे मुल्क पे लागू है तो उसकी अदालत पे भी लागू है, इसमें कौन सा फर्क है?
आपको उम्मीद है कि फांसी की तो अभी रोक लगाई है कि पाकिस्तान के शिकंजे से कुलभूषण, उनकी कैद से कुलभूषण जाधव को आप छुड़ा पाएंगे, भारत छुड़ा पाएगा?
मेरे को पूरी उम्मीद है कि कुलभूषण जी को भारत छुड़ा पाएगा और मैं ये भी उम्मीद रखता हूँ कि इंटरनेशनल प्रेशर की वजह से शायद पाकिस्तान को समझ आ जाए कि भाई ये काम गलत है और वो खुद ही उसको छोड़ दे, तो ये भी उनकी तरफ से एक अच्छा स्टेप होगा फ्रेंडली रिलेशंस के लिए। फ्रेंडली रिलेशंस के लिए अच्छा स्टेप होगा अगर पाकिस्तान खुद ही समझ जाए, इतना इंटरनेशनल प्रेशर है कि वो गलत कर रहे हैं, तो गलती करके कोई समझ ले तो उसमें कोई ऐसी खराबी नहीं है।
लेकिन पाकिस्तान अगर उसमें शामिल नहीं होता है तो उसका क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? क्योंकि पाकिस्तान ने कहा हम शामिल नहीं होंगे।
नहीं, अखबार में तो ये आया कि शामिल हो रहे हैं, शामिल तो जरूर होंगे, लेकिन ये वो बहस करेंगे कि आपके अदालत की जुरिस्डिक्शन हमारे ऊपर नहीं है। ये नहीं है कि वो पेश ही नहीं हो रहे, वो उनके लोग जा रहे हैं, उनके वकील जा रहे हैं, मैंने अखबारों में पढ़ा है। तो उनका मुद्दा ये रहेगा कि आप हमारे खिलाफ डिसाइड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए हम जुरिस्डिक्शन नहीं मानते आपकी। लेकिन कोर्ट को हक है उस मुद्दे को रिजेक्ट करना और कहना कि हम जो फैसला करेंगे वो आप पे भी और हिंदुस्तान दोनों पे कायम रहेगा।
And as India is, already ready to isolate Pakistan at the International Court of Justice, demanding the release of the former naval officer Kulbhushan Jadhav, let's also take a look at the demands that India is expected to list out at the International Court of Justice. Well, the primary aim will be to expose Pakistan globally. India's demands are fourfold. That Kulbhushan Jadhav's death sentence needs to be suspended. India will try to convince the court that Jadhav's sentence violates the Vienna Convention norms. There have been 16 attempts to get consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav that has been refused by Pakistan. The other demand would be the annulment of Pakistan's trial and that the verdict against him was illegal. Pakistan is expected to divert the entire issue by focusing on non-issues such as recent protests in Kashmir, the ceasefire violations along the line of control, the Indus Water Treaty, amongst the other reasons of India's growing role in Afghanistan. Let's just quickly go across now to Hamza for more details and updates on this. Hamza, India claims it has a strong case to defend Kulbhushan Jadhav. So what is Pakistan planning to do? How do they plan to plead its case before The Hague?
Well, sources from the government have now just confirmed that Tahmina Janjua, Pakistan's foreign secretary, is going to be representing Pakistan in the case in the ICJ today. And now Pakistan, while India says it is going to expose Pakistan's position, Pakistan also says the same, that it is going to expose India's position while letting ICJ know on their jurisdictions that they cannot actually question Pakistan on cases of national interest, referring to the declaration they mentioned during March 2017. Pakistan is looking forward to highlight separate issues like Kashmir, like the line of control, like Balochistan, like Afghanistan's, India's negative influence, as Pakistan says it, in Afghanistan, and cross-border terrorism, sponsored terrorism into Pakistan, not only in the case of Kulbhushan, but also they are going to be mentioning Ehsanullah Ehsan, the TTV spokesperson. So Pakistan is actually not going to be commenting too much on Kulbhushan, because, as they say, sources from the government are saying it is not under ICJ's jurisdiction to question Pakistan on that, but Pakistan is going to be raising more issues in an effort to actually, as they claim, an expose of India in front of the global forum.
We'll also go across to Gaurav Samant now. He's joining us from The Hague, just outside the International Court of Justice, where the hearing will be taking place. Gaurav, even before one speaks about the farcical trial, the hurried sentencing that was done on the Indian national, both India and Pakistan are signatories to the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations, and that has been brazenly violated by Pakistan not just once but on 16 occasions, and that is indeed very important. That should be taken up by India in the International Court of Justice, isn't it?
Spot on there, Avantika. 90 minutes is what former Solicitor General Harish Salve will have at the International Court of Justice here at The Hague. 90 minutes to take forward India's point of view. And Harish Salve is not arguing this case on the issue of terror or Kashmir or the other bogies that Pakistan may raise. He's arguing this on Vienna Convention signed both by India and Pakistan, not being followed by Pakistan as far as Kulbhushan Jadhav's case is concerned. This very simply is the case of an Indian national. Both Pakistan and India accept that Kulbhushan Jadhav is an Indian national. That be the case, then according to Vienna Convention, India should have access to Kulbhushan Jadhav. Not one, not two, but Avantika, 16 attempts made by India to seek consular access, all 16 denied by Pakistan. So that is a strong case in India's favor. Human rights, for almost a month after he was in Pakistani custody, did Pakistan government finally inform India, and even then for 14 months India hasn't got access to him. So human rights violation is the second aspect that India will raise. These are the issues that India will put forward in its 90 minutes that will be broadcast live on television for the world to see.
Absolutely. Gaurav, Hamza, Lavina, thank you all for joining us. But I'm going to keep coming back to you because the hearing on India's plea against Kulbhushan Jadhav's death sentence at the International Court of Justice at The Hague will begin at 12 noon India Standard Time. So this is when the hearings will begin. Senior lawyer Harish Salve, as Gaurav was just telling us, will be leading India's fight in the Hall of Justice. And as Gaurav was mentioning, India has got 90 minutes to present its arguments, and Pakistan representatives have also been asked to present their defense at 5 p.m. The question is, can India prevail over Pakistan at the UN court?